Yo, what's good, real ones? It's Levon. Welcome back, and I'm here to drop another cooking video on y'all today. So I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I can't front with my energy. Like I wanna really bring it in this one, but I'm just feeling like and I'm hungry, so I just really want to get down to it. So today we're gonna be making some. I'm gonna be trying my hand at some lentil soup. You know, got mad lentils. So I'm like, what the heck can I do with these? And apparently, according to the search engine, lentil soup is the only thing that you can make with these bad boys. I know it's really not, but that's all that was showing up for us. So let's make that happen. I'm gonna try to get this done as fast as possible because I really want to eat. So let's get rolling. Seems simple enough. Okay, boom, right, so this time around I pulled out everything that I believe I'm gonna need to make this lentil soup because I kind of hate just like going back into cabinets and everything while I'm cooking. So we're gonna start here just cutting up our vegetables, and I kind of screwed up. I thought I had another onion left, but apparently that one was going bad, so I only had this half onion. I was at the store, I'm like, I should get more onions when I was there, but didn't listen to my gut. Did not listen. So we only have half. I'm sure we can make it. We're gonna make it. You know, we're gonna work with what we got. Okay. So I'm gonna start with my carrots. Unfortunately, I keep forgetting that I need to get another peeler. So I rinsed them pretty thoroughly. Hopefully not having a peel isn't like that big of a deal. Oh my gosh. Y'all see what I'm doing here? Okay, just please. I'm gonna bring my trash can closer so I don't have to like deal with none of that BS. So yeah, I definitely, oh my gosh, I definitely need to put that on the to-do list. Definitely do it. I swear, I should go back through my videos and like make a compilation of all the times I mess up speaking. If any of y'all like want to start a freaking YouTube channel or anything like that, and you're just worried about like sounding dumb or messing up, or you know, things I've spoken before, just not knowing what you're really doing for real, like it's all good. It's all part of the process. Just like me cooking here, it's like a learning thing. I didn't realize that I didn't like having to go and grab ingredients all the time until, you know what I'm saying? Until I started cooking more regularly, which I've done a lot more off camera, right? I feel like, okay, I peeled carrots several times before, but this is my first time like cutting them like this. How's my cutting skills looking? Kind of sketchy. I don't know if I ever showed y'all, but I sliced my finger open. I had to get stitches one time. You see that? This was like a little over a month ago, maybe about a month and a half. That was a fun time. I wasn't cooking though, I was washing dishes, so I'm pretty careful when I do try to cut things and I'm active with the knife, or I try to be. So they said dice them, which is like just not doing too much, I believe. Not quite mincing. So we're just gonna do nice, not too big, but also not super fine size bits like this, because since I'm making soup, I don't want it to be like mush, you know what I'm saying? I want there to be texture, so I don't want my vegetables to be too small at the end of the day. I feel like some of these might be a little larger than I want them to, but I'm not really tripping like that, honestly. So I'm also realizing here now I just took these ends off, that celery is another vegetable I've never found myself having to cut in my life. But we're gonna do that down the middle just like we did the carrots. That one I'm not gonna mess with because it's already small. Also, speaking of which, ants on a log. How do y'all feel about ants on a log? I feel like that's the worst combination that's ever been created. I hated it since I was a kid. I feel like the ingredients, the flavors don't really even mix. But I did try, and don't knock me till you try this one. I did try celery and if you don't know what ants on a log is, it's like celery peanut butter with raisins. Like that shit's such a goofy snack, healthy, but this is some of my sister's homemade honey. She has bees. Look up on Instagram Laurel's Bee Co. if you're curious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she has homegrown and harvested bee. I don't know. She has bees, okay? But celery and honey, I feel like blends a lot better together, and also it just tastes better as well. So fuck that ants on a log crap. Anyways, ooh, that's such a satisfying sound. Ooh, that one's kind of big. No, it's fine. I feel like I put way too many. I put way too many lentils in this bowl. I'm probably not gonna use all these. I would imagine that, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Onion, my half onion next. I don't know why, but like the cutting of vegetables part of cooking just is so satisfying to me. And not this part because it's gonna fucking burn my eyes, but you know what I'm saying? It's just nice to just see the ingredients coming together. Now these, they said dice these as well, which I'll try to, but I don't mind if the onions are a bit smaller than everything else. Onions, there's not really a method to how I cut these much, just like go through them because they already have the layers, so they're gonna break up into smaller pieces anyways. Now this recipe didn't call for garlic, but I'm gonna go ahead and peel 2 cloves anyways, just cause I like having, I don't know, like first off, this is just satisfying. Like look at that, oh my gosh. It's just satisfying, and also garlic just has a lot of flavor that it adds, and then also I just feel like I'm doing something when I'm when I'm adding garlic into food. So whatever, it didn't ask for it, I'm doing it anyways. Now the garlic I'm gonna mince up quite a bit. Don't want any large pieces of that in your food. But honestly though, I've really been cooking so much more just off camera. Like I made some homemade guac last night, which was freaking not that great, honestly. It was my second time trying my hand at some homemade guac. And yeah, it just didn't come out how I wanted it to, but I did get more avocados, so we're not done trying, you know what I'm saying? Whoa! Keep working at it until you get it. I think it was much better the first time I made it, but to my original point, yeah, I think cooking can be pretty therapeutic, you know what I'm saying? Kind of just gets your mind off things, and you have to be engaged with what it is that you're doing here, you know? And then also you just get to eat afterwards. Like it doesn't get much better than that. So yeah, it works for me. It works for me. I'm glad that this is something I started doing more of. So I just realized I wasn't on ultra wide when I was just talking to y'all, so I might have been out of frame. I'm not worried about checking that now. Y'all heard what I said. It is what it is. Life moves on. All right, let's get this tomato cut up. I've never cooked or used a Roma tomato myself personally. I've had it in stuff, but there's a first time for everything. So I'm not gonna do too much with the tomato because I don't think you want it like super fine diced or whatever. So I'm gonna just leave some relatively some decent sized bits in there. Again, not gonna do too much. The recipe that I was checking out earlier said something about like crushing them, crushing the tomatoes. So maybe I'll just do that while they're in the pot. But that's all I'm gonna do for now. Not too much. The pepper, I'm gonna hold off on that. Okay, so for what we have of everything else here, I'm gonna do this much mushroom. Kind of feels like a lot proportionally, honestly, but I'll take this big one out, okay. And then, I don't know if these need to be rinsed or not, but I'm gonna rinse them just in case. And then I'm just gonna dice these as well. Again, not too much. Maybe a little more than a dice, not quite minced, but somewhere in between. I don't want big old chunks of mushrooms in my just want them to kind of be there. Just like, oh, this was an idea I had, now I'm in here, you know what I'm saying? That looks fine. Okay. So I got my go-to pot here again, and I'm gonna use some extra virgin olive oil. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just coat the bottom. How's that look to y'all? A little more. Probably a little more. Let me get the fire going so it's not so viscous. Is viscous the word? Is viscosity like the more viscosity, the more viscous something is it more runny or more thick? Or is viscosity just the measurement for, you know, the range? Let me know. All right, boom. So now I got my oil going, the fire's heating up. I'm gonna put it at about like halfway. I'm gonna bring it to a boil later, but right now I'm just about to saute the vegetables. The point is really just to get them soft and not as, you know what I'm saying, firm as soft means. So it's not gonna be like a crazy browning saute. I'm just reiterating what the guy told me in the video. And then my trusty spoon. Can't cook nothing without this boy. All right, so first, oil's heated up, so I'm gonna put my carrots in. No particular order, really. Ah! It burns! Carrots in. Now I'm gonna do my celery. Okay, boom. Now I'm gonna do my onions. I don't want these all over my hand because y'all know, well, if you worked with onions, you know how long this freaking smell can stay on your skin. So I don't want to touch them too much. Right, and I'm gonna do my garlic. And I'm I think, let these cook for, should I do the mushrooms now or later? I feel like the mushrooms should go later. I don't know, because they don't have to soften as much as everything else. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do those later. That's what my gut's telling me. I'm gonna let the stuff saute for a bit. For I think about like 12 minutes. And then I'll come back to y'all. All right, so boom, vegetables been sauteing for a minute. Simmer works too, right? There has been quite 12-15 minutes, but I'm gonna just throw in my lentils now just because it has to cook and then boil longer, so I don't want them to be too soft. So I'm gonna throw my fucking mushrooms in now with my tomatoes. And then also I have some tomato paste, which I'm gonna add in right now too. And I haven't seasoned anything yet. That's coming in a minute, so don't judge me, alright? I don't like bland food. Relax. And I'm gonna do a little more heat, please. It said about 3 ounces, but I don't know what I don't know what an ounce looks like. I can't eyeball that. I'm an eyeball cooker, y'all. I don't really measure stuff out unless it comes down to like, all right, milk or water, like liquids. Then I'll measure things out. But as far as like ingredients go, I'm kind of just eyeball stuff a lot. Get off my spoon. Okay, so boom. Now I'm about to put some of my lentils in. Lentils are going in. Not all of these. I'm gonna just try to eyeball it and whatever feels like it makes sense to me. But it is lentil soup, so you know what I'm saying? It's not this other shit soup. Let's see how we're looking there. Oops. Alright, this calls for 8 cups of water. 8 cups of water. I do have broth, chicken broth, which I'm gonna use the rest of instead. Not instead of water, but I have about 2 cups in here, it seems like. So let's. I'm low key about to just eyeball that too. Whoa. Yeah, simmer down. Alright, so I had about like 1.5 cups of broth. So that means I'll do about 6.5 of water. Or I'm about to use the rest of these lentils. Do I want to? What do y'all think? Should I use the rest of these? Like, fuck it. I mean, it's quite a bit. It's not like a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, let me get my spoon. I feel like for the amount of water that's about to be in here, fuck it. Fuck it. We're in here. We're in there. Yep. It's done. The deed is done. I mean, I don't think you can really go wrong with putting too many in there. It's really about the balance of everything else. 5. As far as like seasonings go, this is really just for how much soup I'm gonna have in the end. So the water and lentil. I mean, the water matters, I feel, more than the how much lentils I put. How many? What? Okay, so what's happening now is I've turned up my heat and I'm gonna be bringing this. It kind of looks like something now, right? Haven't even seasoned it yet, but I'm gonna be bringing that to a boil. Once it's at a boil, then I'm gonna turn it down to a simmer. I'm gonna get my seasonings in now. Let's So I really need to get something that's not this freaking iodized salt. I want to get some. I will get some sea salt. So I'm gonna throw a good amount of that in there. I feel like I'm gonna need more, honestly, but better less now than too much. Throw a little seasoned salt in there too. Also, I'm gonna add some oregano. And I did want to, a good amount. I did want to, what? I don't remember what I was saying. I'm sure it might come back to me. All right, so we're here now. This wasn't asked for, but I'm putting it in anyways. I just did a little taste test and it needs some more seasoning. It's not bad though. Whoops. I'm gonna put some of this coconut milk in just cause I feel like it, all right? And, yeah, I didn't do all the water or broth that it asked for, so I'll do some coconut milk instead. It has a unique flavor. Not unique in a bad way, but you know, it's pretty distinct. But also, it's not like overbearing or anything that's gonna fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? But definitely does need a bit more seasoning. Oh yeah, and also, maybe I could have gone without the condensed milk. I mean the the coconut milk. I could have, but y'all aren't eating it, alright? So get off my fucking tip. It's for me. Also, I'm gonna add in some basil from my garden, and then I'll break that up. Make sure there's not any like stems in it. And then also, oh yeah, that's what I was about to say that I forgot. I meant to get some like garlic bread or something to eat with it, but again, I forgot, so it is what it is. Lastly, well, not lastly, I still gotta season it up, but there's some homemade habanero spice seasoning that was made for me, so I appreciate you. This stuff is great. I'm just add that in because I like anything I'm cooking, not all the time, but I feel like I want a bit of a kick from my soup here. So I'm gonna do about 3 feels cool. I'm not one to shy away from spice at all in my food, so here we go. There's that. Again, just gonna bring this to a boil, and once it's boiling, I'm gonna let it simmer for a bit. And taste. Let's see where we're at here. I ruined it. Alright, so pots. My soup is at a boil now, so I'm gonna turn this down and let it simmer for maybe about 30 minutes or so. Come back and check it. Still seasoning and working with it. Honestly, I don't know why y'all would let me put that freaking coconut milk in here. I should have just followed the recipe first, seen how I felt about it, and then like experimented later. Now I just don't know. But you live, you learn. So I'm gonna let this simmer, and then I'll be back with y'all. I'll doctor it up so it's better. Bro, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm really selling. I was off to such a great start, and now I'm just fumbling the whole bag. I'm supposed to have some spinach in my soup, and Bro said like 8 ounces of spinach. Like, how am I supposed to know what 8 ounces of spinach looks like? An ounce. Like, bro. I know somebody's like, measure, dog. Like, I don't have an 8 ounce. I don't have an ounce measuring. Am I even in frame right now? Oh, boy. I know these aren't like cooked through, but the milk did fuck it, but it doesn't taste as much like it now. It needs more salt now. And I was saying, oh yeah, the taste is so subtle. Look, I'm an aspiring chef right now, okay? Well, y'all, here we are. There's our lentil soup. Definitely more lentils than needed, but it does not look bad. Gonna do a little taste test. Well, I was tasting as we went, but you know, officially. So let's pull up a seat. Step into my office. All right, here we are, y'all. Can y'all see? I hope you can see. Let me tilt it towards you with just a smidge. Official taste test coming in. Let's see how we did. If I wouldn't have put that last bit of lentils in, I feel like the ratio would have been solid, but it's all good though. More protein, more sustenance. You know, all things considered, I'm really not mad at that. Not mad doesn't mean good though, so let me try to be unbiased here. With some bread, with something on the side, some garlic bread, or yeah, something additional. This, it's edible, you know. It's edible. That's a great sign. A little too much of a kick, I think. Probably went not too hard with the habanero seasoning, but I put some other things in there, a little cayenne at a point, just to first off bring some color back in and to balance things out. But all in all, yeah, I'm satisfied with my work here. You know? You know what I'm saying? Very thorough, very, very hefty meal. This should last me a good amount of time, for the week at least, you know? Yeah, good job me. What's my rating out of 10? I give myself a solid 6. I'd say it's above average. It could be much better, but it's definitely not nasty. And I know how much I was tripping about, the coconut milk, but I mean, from what I've seen and what I know about cooking, not for everything, like if you get something too mushy, there's no bouncing back from that. But usually with flavors and how stuff tastes, you can usually bounce back. Textures is hard to bounce back from. Once you're too far gone, you're like too far gone. But I doctored it up, and yeah, I'm not mad at how this came out. Do I wish that I would have just left it out. Yeah, I do. But yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Good job, me. Thanks y'all for tuning in. And I'll see you in the next one. Before I say deuces, go ahead and make sure that the notification bell is hit for me, please. You know what I'm saying? There's like 600 of y'all, and I don't want y'all to be missing out on this content. You know what I'm saying? Really trying to grow this thing over here. So appreciate y'all. Y'all some real ones. Yeah, keep fucking with me and we gonna go places. Y'all take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.